Hey, Falcon fans, Matthew Fenton here from Messiah Athletics. We are here to introduce our brand new baseball coach. Phill Shallenberger is joining us, not on campus just yet, but wanted to give you a warm welcome. Phill, welcome to Messiah Athletics.
Thank you. Yeah, we're not there yet, but can't wait to be there. And just super excited to be a part of the storied athletic program that the Messiah has. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, wanted to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to the Falcon fans, the Messiah community, and to your team a little bit. So would love to give you an opportunity to just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're coming from, and, just who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm currently living in the Lehigh Valley, helping start up a new sports complex that's going to be great up here. And so I'm coming from there. I've spent the last about 15 years in coaching in some capacity, college for about 13, 14 of those. This past year, getting to experience it from the other side with a really great travel ball program, getting to help some guys find the right fit from a college standpoint, and helping them find the places that they want to play. So that's where I'm coming from just now. My wife is a school teacher, Courtney. She'll be coming down with us, and for me, like building a program is about family. And so my family is really important to that too. And that includes my two young boys who are hopefully maybe going to be future Falcons at some point. But right now they're only 2.5 and 10 months. So we got some time for that. So they'll be coming and making the trek with us down to Mechanicsburg to be part of the Falcon family.
Awesome. I know you alluded to it a little bit, but you've made a bunch of assistant coaching stops over the years and a couple years as a head coach. Give us maybe a little bit on your coaching background and where you're coming from.
Yeah, so I've spent a couple years at a couple different places. Was at Geneva College for a stint as a GA. That's where actually my undergrad is as well, and where I played my college baseball. I got to coach at Cairn University as an assistant for a couple years. Went down to Nashville to coach at Belmont University, a Division I school down there, and then actually came back to Cairn as the head coach. And I think that's really where I found that my passion for coaching and the gifts that God has given me have really been able to flourish in that role. And just that's where my passion to pour into young men really started, was my 5 years coaching at Cairn, and getting to rebuild that program. That was a lot of fun. Came with its challenges, but great. And then in the midst of that, right after the end of that summer, got to do a stint with the Savannah Bananas, who were just featured on ESPN like a week ago, which is kind of crazy. And the best way I can describe that experience is it's some really, really good baseball between the white lines. And as soon as you step outside those white lines, it's a circus. And they put entertainment at a high level there, but they don't sacrifice the baseball piece. So that was a great experience. And that was my most recent coaching stint with college players. Got to coach guys from all over the country, from SEC schools, Big Ten schools, Division II, Division III, like all on the same team. Like it was great. It was one of the best experiences I've had in the summer in a long time.
Awesome. I know you're a big team culture guy. And so I know that's close to your heart and where you want to build a program from. So maybe share with us just a little bit about, what you would try to bring into Messiah baseball from a culture standpoint off the field. I know you're kind of jumping in probably in the middle of the fall season, but what would be some of those first things that you're thinking about doing outside the lines?
Yeah, for us, and this may sound simple, but it's just communicating that the vision of what we have every single day. I actually had the privilege to have a Zoom meeting already last night with two of the GAs, and had a great conversation with Matt and Gage last night, who are man, they're holding down the fort right now and doing a phenomenal job with that while we're making this transition. But we just talked a lot about what the focus has to be this fall, and it's pouring into these guys as men and helping them grow spiritually and academically and athletically. But for us, it's helping them see that there's a bigger picture outside of just the sport of baseball. And I think honestly, like just from experience, I think that was something that I struggled with as a player. I had my identity wrapped around this game of baseball so much that when I didn't have it, I was lost for a short time. That's really what we talked about a little bit, was helping these guys recognize the importance of engaging with each other, but also engaging with people outside of that program. and caring more about each other than just themselves. I think that's a tough thing to do in the game of baseball because it is an individualized sport that's played as a team. But at the same time, like it's getting them to think outside of who they are, just themselves, but how they can invest in other people.
Sure, sure. Maybe if we transition inside the white lines, everybody brings a different brand of baseball to a team, and obviously that comes a lot from the head coach and what you're trying to steer the team into. What would be what should we be expecting when we watch a Phill Shallenberger coached Messiah baseball team?
Yeah. So from an offensive standpoint, I like to use to say that pressure bursts pipes. And that's one thing that we want to do is continue to put pressure on defenses in a lot of ways. One of those ways is running the bases well. I think in my time at Karen, we were able to be top 5 in the country in stolen bases per game at Division III level for about 3 straight years there. And that's one thing that I think helped us win a lot of games. It also helped us offensively, it allowed us to see a lot more fastballs because pitchers were more concerned about what was happening with the guy on first than they were with the hitter. But also putting pressure on the defense from a hitting standpoint. Like we want to be good hitters, not hitters with good swings. I think that's sometimes where the game of baseball is headed these days is being so fine-tuned mechanically with BP rounds and off a tee that they forget that they actually have to hit a ball that's moving different directions and coming at different speeds. We want guys that want to be able to barrel balls up and put balls in play and make the defense make plays. Like, and I think that's how we're going to win a lot of games. And then from a pitching and defense standpoint, we want pitchers that are going to pound the strike zone and allow our defense to work for them. And I think that's something that's exciting for us because we want games to move quick in terms of defensively and pitching standpoint. But from an offense standpoint, hopefully we're putting up a lot of runs, but so it won't move that quick. But we want to be able to put pressure on defenses in all facets, and that includes pitching by throwing strikes and making the plays that come to us.
Yeah, you alluded to it earlier, but not having your team just solely focused on baseball, but building our student athletes and young men in so many different areas. How would you want, or how would be the ideal way of bringing the Messiah baseball team be able to be a part of the athletic department, but also the campus community as a whole?
I like to use this story a lot. So I mentioned my wife, Courtney, earlier. So she was actually involved in student activities when I was a baseball player. I think I was trying to win her over. So I ended up doing a student activities event with her to impress her, I think. But it actually showed me a whole new light of what an experience can be like for a student athlete on a college campus because of that. And so for that, it doesn't just mean student activities, but I want our guys to engage with, it's not just Messiah baseball, it's Messiah University, and getting them to understand the importance of being committed to our baseball program, but more importantly, being committed to Messiah and what we stand for as an institution. And so some of the tangible ways, like I was actually having a conversation with a good friend and mentor, Todd Allen, the other day, and just talking about getting people to come talk to our team, getting people from across campus to come meet with our team, whether that's study halls, getting faculty and staff involved with our team, coming and talking with them. And just getting our guys to engage outside of that through service projects, missions trips, whatever that is helping them see that there is something outside of just our program. Yeah, we're going to be tight knit within that, but not at the expense of getting to engage with the greater community at Messiah. And so for us, that's really important to me. And I think as a baseball player, myself in college, we do tend to stick with those people because that's who we're around the most. But it's helping them see that there is some really great things outside of just baseball too.
No, that's great. That's great. I want to be conscious of your time because I know you have a lot of moving prep and all the little things to plan here in the next couple of weeks. We're excited to have you on campus later this month. I think September 20th is your official start, but wanted to give you an opportunity to share any message that you might have for the Messiah baseball team, Messiah athletic department, or the greater campus community.
Yeah, I just want to say how excited I am to be a part of it, be on this journey with everybody at Messiah, from athletics and then within our baseball program too. And the one thing we had our first Zoom call with the team the other night. I just introduced myself. It wasn't super long, and just start making phone calls over the next couple of days to all the guys. But it was just talking through understanding that how excited we are to be committed to what they're doing, but that this is their program, not mine, and that they're going to get out what they put into that. But knowing and hearing from a lot of the guys the last couple of days, sending me their numbers, texting me, I know that they're going to do that. They're going to put a lot of effort into this. So I can't wait to get to work with them. I can't wait to get to work with this team. There's some incredible players on there, incredible young men, and people that are excited to lead in the right way. And that's what we're excited to do, is continue to help them get to that point. So that's something that I'm excited about. I'm just excited to be a part of Messiah, some place that my wife and I have envisioned us wanting to be for quite some time. And God opened that door recently to allow us to come in, and we can't wait to be a part of that.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait for you and the rest of the Shallenberger family to be a part of the Messiah community as well. Safe travels as you move and get all of the, get everything squared away here in the next couple of weeks. But excited to have you on campus. Fans, be sure to follow GoMessiah.com throughout the fall and the winter as we get ready for the 2022 Messiah baseball season. Phill, thanks so much. Really appreciate the time.
No, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it.